Hello and welcome to Time for Books. And today we are looking at Robert Kiyosaki's book, which is Rich Dad Poor Dad. I first read Rich Dad Poor Dad 2019, and when I was just 19 years old. So today's video is focusing on the lessons I've learned from reading Robert Kiyosaki's book, Rich Dad Poor Dad. So let's get started. So the first lesson that I want to tell you about is that he emphasizes on the issue of financial education. He talks about financial education being crucial because he said that you should be able to be smarter with your money, and he said that you should understand assets and liabilities, and also you should look at companies that does have a steady cash flow, which is some of the things that he did mention in his books because he was about the idea that financial education is something that is very important whereby you can have a lot of money, but if you know how to manage your money, then you're not going to go anywhere. Then he also talks about investing assets. Is one of the advisors that talks about the idea of investing in income generating assets, whereby he believes in passive income, whereby he foretells the idea that you're supposed to know the difference between assets and liability. And he says that an asset puts money in your pocket and liability takes money out of your pocket. And he went on to talk about that. They give examples of assets whereby if you have bought, let's say, a car, it's already a liability, but if you then bought the car and then you make it a cab or a taxi, it's now in the asset column because it's now putting money in your pocket. That's why I emphasize on the issue of investing in assets because he was one of the people who criticized the idea of you relying on a job because anytime your job might be taken away, then you don't have any other source of income. And he said that you should understand what is passive income because it's crucial for you to have financial independence. And he talks about mindset matters because he said that having a rich mindset is different from having a poor mindset because the poor mindset is the one that tells you that you can't do that, is risky. Always the mindset that always criticizes you, which always prevents you from taking risk. Because he talks about that you developing your healthy mindset is going to open you for opportunities and taking calculated risk at the same time think outside the traditional employment mindset because you'll be now thinking outside of the box, which is going to be very crucial in your financial success. Then he also talks about understanding the difference between assets and liability. I mentioned that because you should know that what I was saying that assets put money in your pocket, things that take money out of your pocket are known as liabilities, which means you should know these things because they are fundamental in building wealth. Then he talks about embracing entrepreneurship because he talks about an entrepreneur doesn't uh, talk about economies whereby they say that there is a bad economy and things are not going to be well. As an entrepreneur, you're supposed to make money in any economy because you're always looking for opportunities. Because it talks about rich dad and poor dad, it talks about emphasizing thinking, starting a business and creating sources of passive income and how it's going to affect your financial well-being. Also mentions the issue of embracing entrepreneurship if taking risks. At the same time, you talk about learn to take risks because the biggest risk that you can take is you not taking any risk. And it talks about that. It talks about the issue of you taking calculated risk is going to help you for your financial growth, and avoiding risk altogether may limit opportunities for wealth creation, which some of the things that it does emphasize, whereby the reason why most people are poor is because they are afraid of taking risk. And also emphasize the importance of cash flow because it talks about how you're supposed to have a positive cash flow and building streams of income is going to be very important, whereby they are supposed to exceed your expenses. And that's the key to financial stability and wealth accumulation. Then also talk about education is a lifelong pursuit, whereby he talks about continuous learning. He talks about that he loves learning, that it's a process that he doesn't stop, whereby especially reading books that are related to finance and investment is very crucial because he's someone who says that you're supposed to be informed about what is happening in the economy. Because you can't say that I don't care about money, I don't care about the economy when the money itself doesn't care about you and the economy itself doesn't care about you. Then he talks about the financial independence should be the goal because Rich Dad Poor Dad encourage readers to strive for financial independence At the same time, rather than just focusing on financial security that you get from a job, you should aim to have financial independence whereby you don't have to worry about money ever again. Building wealth and creating financial freedom should be the ultimate objective when you are living in your life of achieving your financial success. So this is the book of Robert Kiyosaki. I urge you to read this book and so that you can learn the lessons that I've been mentioning throughout the video. So I'll see you on the next video when we will be discussing, giving some of the lessons of the other books that I'm going to be reading on this playlist. Thank you very much.